Good morning all, this is Kristoph doing woodworking and bushcraft in the backyard. Now, understand that I've made a couple of pack frames in the past, and I was going to try to demonstrate how to make one, I guess currently, but I'm having a heck of a time getting the bows to set or set properly so that they're strong enough. So I end up with, pardon my junk here, what I end up with is something like this. Now, it's got a bit of a crack in the top, so I mean it's still kind of useful, but at the same time not. Now the best one I had is sitting over here in the fence. That's the best way I can find to get it to bow. Now so the cross pieces for that I've already cut right here, and of course by cross pieces I mean like this one will go across the top. These two will go across the bottom section, and then you have your uprights right there and right there. Now, I'm going to show you one I made previously for a camping trip that worked out really well, and that's right here. It's right here. Now you see the arch. Now I have two pieces up top because I thought it needed to be stronger because I was carrying some heavy stuff, and then I have two cross pieces on the bottom with a section joining them. Actually, I don't need this. This is, dare I call, superfluous. Now this is basically my interpretation of the Utsi pack frame. It's my interpretation because these should be closer together, everything should be smaller. I do believe he had two up here and two down here, but they were hazelwood, which is a hardwood indigenous to Europe, which I just don't have access to here. So most of my stuff is actually yucca, and this tree here, which I can't point to it at the moment. I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, this, see how it's flat? It's flattened. This was actually, believe it or not, it was a piece of, what is that called? Stripping? Let me show you. See, lath. See this right here? That's what it is, or it was. I had pieces left over, but you see how they bow nicely when you get them wet, and you can use them. This is my Vardo, by the way. This is my camper. Right now it's full of camping stuff and fighting stuff because I do medieval fighting. But yeah, so it's the lath right here. That's what makes up that bow. And you'll see it also right here. Right there. Anyhow, so the dogs are helping out. Hey Cinnamon, say hi Cinnamon. Who's a good girl, Cinnamon? Nutmeg, nutmeg. Oh, here we go. Nutmeg. Alright, so this is my interpretation of the Utsi pack frame. Now I have it hanging here next to my Pel because I can do this, and you can see I have my shoulder straps. This is my chest, where you tie it across your chest, and this is tied just for storage, but you undo this, you pull the shoulder straps on, and then you tie it down here, and then you tie this across your chest, and it holds really well. See, I'm using jute cording So that works out really well. And I know you can't see it. Maybe you can. Right there. See that? That's bamboo. I don't dig. Oh, here. These are the bamboo skewers. Now I had intended on taking this rescue survival knife that I found out the property and trimming these down and fitting them into the little holes I drilled here onto those little uprights over there, but it's just not working out so well. So instead, I'm going to show you another pack frame that is often used by bushcrafters because it is talked about in a book called Bushcrafting 101, and I don't even know what the name of this is, but it's basically 3 limbs, notched and lashed, top and the bottom. Now this isn't lashing, this is just extra cordage to tie stuff on with, so that's not actually it. So, but this is lashing right here. But see, I leave this here in case I need to add something to it. Now you may be thinking to yourself, how does one put that on your back? I'll tell you. It's in fact, I'll even give a slight demonstration if you bear with me. Now I'm going to take some some cordage right here, which is not the same cordage at all. It's something different, but it works. Now typically would use either the jute cordage like that, or bank line, which is kind of a waxed nylon, cotton nylon cord. So I'm trying to find the center, which is right here. I'm going to do a little, what they call a lark's head knot. Let me show you that again. So like that, make the little, cobra symbol. Okay, so I made a little lark's head knot. Tell you what I'm going to do with it. Stay right there. I'm going to take it and I'm going to loop it over this so it's like that. Okay, so now I have these 2 cords. Now I take this, put it on my back, cord here, cord here. So it's not that hard, hangs fairly well. And then, if there's some place I can put this. No, that's not working. Ah, maybe here. Okay. Now, down here at the bottom, I'm going to lash this through here, bring it up, do the same thing on the other side. Everything always works out perfectly, right? Okay. So, you have your pack, you have these, which you then tie across your midsection to keep it from flopping all over the place, and you have your pack frame. Now, you're like, well, what good is a triangle? Tell you, before you go through all that trouble and you make sure you either have some place to lean against or you have someone to help out, you take your bedroll and your pack frame and you lash it with these extra lashings, with any other equipment you have, you actually tie it on, and you can put it on the bottom there, and you tie it on, and it holds really well, and you can climb mountains and traverse forests and do whatever you got to do with it. And what I found interesting about my interpretation of the Utsi pack frame is I put a second hoop on it, which I then basket wove more jute twine onto it, like that. Kind of moves a little bit, but it's still sturdy. It held up an 80 pounds worth of garbage when I went. And you put that on there. Same thing, you tie it on, and off you go. And believe it or not, the Utsi pack frame, which is thousands of years old conceptually, works just as well, if not better, as the more or less modern A-frame pack frame, which is just some simple little thing that an author back in the 30s put together. It's actually kind of nice. Now you can, size it to fit you a little bit better. I have one that's shorter. That one was a little bit longer, I think, because, just because. But I do have a shorter one, which might fit my back a little bit better. And so there you go. I mean, these are very simple, very not hard to make pack frames. I peg them together, or I notch them and lash them. But these are lashed as well. And I've had this one for several years, and it is still sturdy and is still doing its thing. Oh yeah, I covered it in faux fur because I thought it looked nice, but also because it added a little bit more padding. So there's that. All right, thank you for being here. If you like the content, please subscribe, like, share, that whole thing. And I will see you next time. Who knows, maybe it's some more addle insanity. Bye-bye.